Hello children, good morning. All have completed the notes of general science. Previous week, which lesson I had given? I had given you changes around us. All have completed? Yes. And previous week, we have given you the project, that is English, Kannada, Hindi. Many children from 6th C have not submitted. Hardly 30 to 35 children have submitted today. So still there is time. Tomorrow, complete and bring tomorrow from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Is that clear for you? And don't waste your time, as we are giving the project. There is a marks for it that will be included for FA1. So don't take it for granted. Whatever is given you to complete project, and next week I'll be giving you the FA1 test, and you have to be ready with 3 lessons. General science 3 lesson. That is food, from where does it come from, components of food, fiber to fabric. Okay. Now all have completed 6th lesson. So we are going to the 7th lesson. Which is the 7th lesson? Getting to know plants. So, getting to know plants. Previously, we have learned so many things about plants. Plants are the main source of food. So many things we have learned in the lesson 1. And lesson 2, we have learned components of food. Where does we get the fruits, vegetables, grains, so many things we have seen. Have you ever gone to the field or to the park or to the garden? What do you see there in the garden or a park or a field? You see different types of plants. Some are big, like neem tree, mango tree, ashoka tree, coconut tree. These are very big plants. Can you bring that plants and keep in the house? No, it is not a movable. Some plants are huge, some plants are small. Now you can see here, like this, you can see different types of plants. Some are big, some are small, some are tiny, and some are to our size. Is that clear for you? And regarding the leaves, you have seen variety of plants. Are the leaves of the same size? No. The leaves are of different size. Some leaves are green in color. Can you see the leaves? The shape is different, the size is different, the color is different. And some leaves are having yellowish. Can you see the leaves? These are yellowish. Now see these leaves. These are purple, dark purple. One side it is dark purple and the other side it is green in color. And you see this plant, the flowers are different, the leaves are different. And this plant, the leaves are different. So some leaves are green in color, some are yellowish in color, some are purple in color, and some are tiny ones. Some plants, they do not have the flowers too. So on the whole, what are we observing here? We are observing here a variety of plants that is existing around us. So you can watch some plants, trees near your house or in your school or at home. You see, or on the way to the school, park or garden, observe the different types of plants and different types of leaves. So based on this, now you can see in this book, that is page number 52, there is 7.2. The figure is given. Please label its parts. Parts of a plant. In first lesson, you have already done it. What are the different parts of a plant? Stem, branch, root, isn't it? Leaf, flower, fruit, etc. Please do this activity in your textbook itself, given on page number 52. And you see in this picture, that is 7.1, can you see the boy holding the stem? Is he able to hold the total stem? No. Why? Because the stem is hard and it is very thick. He cannot reach his hands. So based on this, we are going to learn, that is, different plants are of different kinds. Plants are of different kinds. The first one is herb, the second one is shrub, and the third one is tree. So here we have learned that some plants are much smaller than you. You can see page number 54, there is a table. Okay. See the plant name. What is the name of the plant? Tomato. What is the height of the tomato? Is it tall or short? Short. Okay. Now what is the color of it? Leaves are green in color and they are tender. Are they hard? You see this plant and see the stem. Is the stem tender? You take for example even the coriander. See how are the stems? They are tender. So where do they come? Which group they come? Herb. So what are herbs? The plants that are green in color, and what type of stem they have? Tenderness. What type of stem do they have? They have tenderness. Such plants are called herbs. So the examples for herbs are mint, grass, tomato, potato, and coriander. This is pudina, this is coriander, and this is pudina. All this comes under herbs. Okay. Now next, what is the second one? The second one is shrubs. What are shrubs? Some plants, what do? They develop the branches. Okay. What do? They develop the branches. Where do they develop the branches? Near the base of the stem. Where do they start? Near the base of the, this is the base of the stem. Okay. The stem is hard but not very thick. The stem is hard. This is little bit hard, but they are not thick, as I showed you in this figure. Now here the stem is very hard. Okay. And very thick. Whereas this stem is hard, but it is not thick like this big tree. Okay. So this plant, so such a plant, what are they called? They are called shrubs. What are they called? They are called shrubs. You can see figure 7.3b. Okay, page number 53. Now, again what else? You can see the next, some more examples for the shrubs. Rose tree, rose plant, jasmine, tulsi, lemon. All these are the examples of shrubs. So what are shrubs? Some plants develop branches. Where do they develop branches? Near the base of the stem. And how is the stem? The stem is hard but not very thick. Such plants are called shrubs. So two types are over. First one is herb, and the second one is shrub. The third one is what? The third one is trees. Okay? Mango tree. Beginning, I have given you the example. Mango tree, Ashoka tree, neem tree. Okay? How are this tree? Coconut tree. Are they like rose plant? Are they like tulsi plant? These plants are very tall. And how are they having? They are having hard and thick stem, and the stems have branches where in the upper part, much above the ground. Such plants are called trees. Example, mango tree, neem tree, ashoka tree and coconut tree. So these are the different parts of kinds of the plants. Have you heard the creepers? You might be having in your house too about the creepers. So what are creepers? In creepers, you see that the stems are weak and they cannot stand straight. You see always bending. Have you seen the money plant? Do they stand straight? They keep bending, but they need the support, isn't it? They need the support to spread. Okay? The creepers, they are weak, cannot stand upright, and but you see spreading on the ground. You might have seen watermelon, isn't it? Watermelon. Have you seen watermelon? Example for creepers, muskmelon, watermelon, etc. Then what about climbers? Climbers, these plants take support and they climb up. Example, money plant. You might have in the house. Money plant you have. You see here some climber plant in the figure 7.4. Page number 54. So what are these? These are the climbers. Okay. So now some plants are, there are so many plants in your school or at home that you take care of. So what are the, write down the names of any two trees. Okay. Take out your book, rough notebook. You just see the plants in the, it can be in the house or in the school or in the garden. Write any two trees, two shrubs, two herbs, two creepers growing in your house or in the school. So these are about different kinds of plants. Now we have learned plant consists of roots, stems, leaves, bud, flowers, fruits, etc. Isn't it? Now what is the function of the stem? Who can tell me what is the function of the stem? You know that stem bears leaves, branches, buds, flowers and fruits. What is the function of the stem? It bears leaves, branches, buds, flowers and fruits. This again, second function is it helps transporting of nutrients and water that is present in the roots to the leaves of the plant. So for this, about the stem. Now how will we come to know the function of the stem? What I have told you, the second point, it helps in transport of nutrients and water from the roots to the leaves of the plant. So for this we are going to do an experiment. Okay, what is that experiment? What is this? This is a glass. What is filled in this glass? There is a water. Can you see the water? Yes. Now to know that whether the stem transports the nutrients and water that is present in the roots that will pass into the different parts of the plant. So what is this? You can take either blue ink or red ink. But here I have taken red ink, red color, that is food red color. Okay. So what you are going to do? Add few drops, either red ink or blue ink, to the water. Where are you going to add? You are going to add into the water. And just now I had shown you this plant, isn't it? So you cut the stem, and what you do, you have to put it into the water where the color red, the water color is red. Before what I showed you, pure white in color, isn't it? And after that, what did I add? I have added the red color. You can add red ink or blue ink, and this experiment you can do it in your house. Then wait for some time, and you see that how the stem will absorb the red color. The stem becomes red, the leaves also becomes red, and the flower also becomes red. When you will experience that, you have to keep for some hours. Within no time it will not absorb. You have to keep for some hours. Then you see that what happens to the color in the stem. The color of the stem will become red. Why? Because the water is red in color. And you will find that the color rises in the stem. Okay. And if it is kept for the longer period only, you see it will appear in the veins of the leaves. This is the veins of the leaves. I will explain you in detail which are the veins in the leaves. So these are the veins of the leaves. Okay. So how do you think the color reached there? From this activity, what you have learned? We see that the stem has a upward movement of water. Okay, what movement of water? Upward movement of water. And the water and minerals go to the leaves, and other parts, plant parts, attached to the stem. Which are the plant parts attached to the stem? It can be leaves, it can be fruit, it can be flowers, all that red colors into it. This experiment shows, what does it show? That stems of different plants around you, what do they do? What do they do? The color is passing to the stem from there to the leaves. With this experiment, we will come to know that the stem helps in what? In carrying the upward movement of water. Not only water, the minerals present in it. Is that clear? This experiment you can do in your house and write the observation, the timing, what you have put, and how many hours you have kept it, and what happened to the color of the plant, color of the leaves and flowers, fruit, etc. Okay, so from this we see that water moves up the stem and reaches the leaves. And you can see in this page number 55, the B1, it is enlarged view of open end of the stem. Okay, this is the enlarged view of open end of the stem. You can see it. This is the importance of stem. The next comes to the, what is this? You see, this is the leaf. What is this? Leaf. So next, shall we leaf? Can you see? The leaf is drawn, it is drawn on the DB and different parts of the leaf. What are the different parts of the leaf? This is the stem. And you have drew in the first lesson node and internode. So what is this? Node. And what are these pointed ones here? This is called stipulus. And what is this called? Petiole. Petiole. And this is called leaf venation. And this between center part, this is called midleaf. And these are called, what are they? Veins. And this is called the leaf margin, and this is the tip. So this is the structure of leaf. Okay, this is the structure of leaf. You know that different parts I have mentioned. So what is this petiole? This. What is this petiole? What is the function of it? They connect point between the stem and the leaf. This is between the stem and the leaf. Okay. Now what is this leaf venation? What it is called? This broad green part is called what? Lamina. What it is called? Lamina. And the other one is called, you see net type in between, that is called leaf venation. Net type you see, can you see here? You can see here. Can you see in between? How the, just like a net. Okay, that is called what? The broad green part of the leaf is called lamina. And what is this midrib? What is the function of it? The main vein of a leaf. Midrib is what? The main vein of the leaf. And this leaf margin, what is it? It is the edge of the leaf. What is this? Edge of the, this is called leaf margin, the edge of the leaf. And there are tiny openings in between. Okay, tiny you see openings in between. What are they called? Under the surface you see tiny openings. What are they called? They are called stomato. What are they called? Stomato. Okay, they are called stomato. And arrangement of veins is called, what are they called? Venation. We say leaf venation. And some leaves, now you see, observe these leaves. How are they and how are these leaves? They are different, isn't it? These leaves are parallel. Can you see parallel? These leaves are, how are the venation? They are parallel to each other. And you can see this leaf venation and reticulation on page number, that is page number 56. Can you see here? The first one, figure 7.10. So leaf, this is called leaf venation. I have given you in detail. The center part of it is called midrib. Okay. And these are called veins. And this A leaf, this is called what? There are two types of leaves venation. One is called leaf venation, and this is called parallel venation. This is called reticular venation. In reticular venation, what do you see? The veins are netted, isn't it? And here the parallel, what do you see? Veins are parallel. So these are the two types of leaf venation. First one is called what? Leaf reticulation, and this is called parallel venation. Okay, so what all we have learned today? We have learned different kinds of plants. Some are herbs, some are shrubs, and some are trees according to their size and shape, etc. And how we have seen the experiment. You can try this experiment too. And what else you are going to do is, you might have visited so many places and you might have seen so many plants, unwanted plants growing in the field. Have you seen the farmer removing the plants? Okay, or you make a group of 4 to 5 students, okay, and you take out the weeds which are soft stems. Okay, in the school you see the IMAs, the watchmen, or the workers, the unwanted plants. What are they called? They are called weeds. What are they called? Weeds. What is the spelling of weeds? WEEDS. These are the unwanted weeds. Okay. Now, do you know what are weeds? In crop fields or lawns or in the pot, often sometimes unwanted plants or weeds start growing. So, have you seen farmers removing it? Or in your house, if you have a garden, if unwanted weeds are grown, what you do? You tell your servant to pick up all the unwanted weeds, isn't it? Now here, Paheli, she wonders what kind of stem the money plant, beanstalk, gourd plant and grapevines have. What do they have? They have creepers or climbers. Which one? They come under water. So do you observe? You just find out whether they come in creepers or climbers. Creepers are what? The stems are weak. They cannot stand. They spread on the ground. Okay. But whereas money plant, it doesn't have the support, but it takes the support of roof or wall or a stick, whatever it is, and you see it goes on spreading on the roof of the house, isn't it? Why? The stems do not have a support. They need the support. Why? They are weak. Okay, you can do this activity 3 in the house. That is page number 55, figure 7.9, taking an impression of a leaf. Do this activity in the rough notebook and find out the veins, the midrib, and what it is. This is called not a mid-leaf, it is mid-rib. Mid-rib. Okay. So, find out with the help of it, taking an impression of a leaf. You find out veins, midrib, leaf venation, reticulate, parallel venation. It is given on figure 7.10a and 7.10b on page number 56. Okay, and there is another activity 4. Now we will require a herb. Take a herb plant and throw transparent plastic or polythene bags and a thread. What you do? You have to do this activity during daytime on a sunny day. So use a healthy, well-watered plant that has been growing in the sun. Take for example this plant. And what you are going to do, you are enclosing it with what? You are enclosing this leaf branch of the plant in a polythene cover. And think this is a polythene cover. Take like this polythene cover, and what you have to take? You take a plant of herb. Herb you can take mint or grass or tomato plant or potato plant or pudina plant, etc. Okay, what you are going to do? You are going to enclose this leafy branch of the plant in a polythene cover. Like this you enclose and tie its mouth over here with the help of a thread. Tie up the mouth of another empty polythene cover and keep it also in the sun. Okay. After a few hours, what do you observe? You observe the inner surface of the cover. What do you see? You see the small waterish bubbles stucking on the polythene bag, isn't it? Are there any droplets of water? Do you think they got there? So don't forget to remove the polythene bag after the activity. So water comes out of leaves in the form of what? In the form of vapor. By what process? By a process known as transpiration. What is the meaning of transpiration? Spell the word transpiration. Transpiration. So what is transpiration? Water comes out of the leaves in the form of vapor. Water vapor we have learnt in the previous class. So here we have done the experiment. So you do it in your house. Okay. So water comes out of the leaves in the form of vapor. That is known as transpiration. Is that clear for you? Then you can see this figure on page number 7.11, page number 56. This is the transparent polythene cover, or in other words bag, how the leaf is covered. Okay, so till here we have, what do we have? We have completed till here. Okay, so what makes the water vapor or the polythene bag? What do you see? Vapors. We have learnt in chapter 5 that we notice that water changes into different forms in some of our activities. So can you think of this and name the process that makes water drops appear on the polythene cover? You just find out. And leaves also have another function. So next lesson we are going to learn how leaves have another function. That we are going to do the experiment. Okay. So please go through the lesson and beginning what all I have told you. Those who have not completed the project, please submit tomorrow and keep learning at least 3 lessons for the test. Is that clear, children? Okay, bye. See you. Stay home and stay safe. Bye, children.